Daily B 171, let's get real practical. Hey, it's Brian Wright, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, Henry. What's up, Henry? I know you're watching. And he is a creative guy. He makes jewelry, Bottle Cap King. You should check it out. It's really good stuff. Now, here's the thing. I've run into a lot of people like him. T-shirts, hats, clothes, boxing gloves, jewelry, whatever. I run into all these people that are trying to do the latest, greatest, next best thing. And the one issue that we run into is that they don't understand the food chain of how this works. I've manufactured clothing, I've wholesaled, retailed, I've done it all. I've been in all the ends of the spectrum. I've done athletic equipment, I've done a ton of things. The biggest mistake I made when I was young was because I didn't really understand how the economics worked, how the market worked, was that I had an idea. Let's say I had a t-shirt. I liked a shirt, I did a design, I went and I manufactured 1,000 t-shirts. Then I went and tried to sell my t-shirts. The big problem there is you got a lot of money on the front side that you have to put out, then you have a ton of inventory that you have to get rid of, and you're also hoping that your inventory is the right stock levels to fit the audience that you're trying to, market towards, basically. So that was a big failure. And then I started to realize how the industry actually worked by getting involved in the industry and seeing that there's multiple sides to it. So you have the creative side, you have the person that's doing the artwork, the designs, the fabrication of the actual, things that are going to be replicated and sold in the marketplace. But then there's the next level of it, which is the wholesale side of it. So you have a product, let's say you've got a piece of jewelry that you make. You make a one-off of that jewelry. Now you've got to go find somebody that can manufacture it. So you go and you find a factory that can mass produce it in a reasonable timeline. So now you've got your pipeline of how you can get it made. And that also is what's going to define what your wholesale cost is going to be. So let's say it costs you $2 to manufacture that. Factor in your advertising, cost of doing business, all that kind of stuff. Let's say we'll keep it still at $2. You've got a manufacturing operational cost of $2. Now you want to get this to a point where you can sell it to other people so that they can resell it. So what you do is come up with a wholesale price. Again, manufacturing was $2. So I'm going to double that for my wholesale price, which is $4. So now I'm selling this at $4. So originally manufactured at $2, wholesaling it at $4. Now everything I sell at wholesale, I'll make $2 off of. So there's my profit. Now there's the next level of it. Let's talk about the wholesale. So I figured out my profit of $2. Now I've got this wholesale side of it, which means if I don't have sales chops and I don't have the infrastructure to sell stuff, I have to go find a sales rep. So I have to go find somebody that's going to take my product, my idea, and is now going to sell it to the marketplace. Now that person is going to take it and sell it at, say, $4. Again, manufactured at $2, wholesaled at $4. Now the retail price on that is going to be $8. So you design it, figure out how to get it manufactured, give it to a salesperson. They sell this to a store that's going to buy it, and they're going to now sell it at $8. Now, what happens to getting it manufactured? Well, the money you need to manufacture it is at the place of the order. In the beginning, you don't have what is called a factor. A factor is a financial institution that gives you the money you need to manufacture your products so you can deliver them. Then you'll get paid by the people you're delivering it to, then you pay back the factor. The difference there is where your profit lies. Now, in the beginning, you may not have the credit or the momentum to get a factor, so you've got to take money up front. So when you take the money up front, say take half, that covers your cost of manufacturing. So again, it costs you $2 to manufacture it. You're selling it at wholesale at $4. You take $2 in on the front end so that you can manufacture it, and then when it comes in and it's ready to go to the retailer, they're going to pay the rest of the order, and now you've got the other $2. So you get your costs for manufacturing covered, and then when you finally deliver and they finally pay you, now you've got your profits. This is how you've got to look at it, and you've got to see where you fit in. If you're a salesperson, you should be on the wholesale or the retail side. Now again, a lot of people will try and skip the wholesale to retail and go straight to retail because they're like, well, if it costs me $2 to make it and I could sell it for $8 in the marketplace, I might as well sell it myself. Well, that's fine if you have the ability to do that. Not every creative has the ability to do that or the finances to bring somebody in that'll do it for you. So again, at that point too, you have to understand your consumer. You're going to have to stock your own product. You're funding it yourself. Do you see the pitfalls? You could make more money if you're the manufacturer and the retailer, but you're going to spend more money on the front side. So if you're a creative and you've got this product, this idea, this thing you've done, and you really want to benefit with it, what I would do is I would focus on the quality, then I would work on the manufacturing, get the pricing structure in line, and then bring somebody in on the sales side to handle it for you. It's not even somebody you have to pay. Now, I'm going to take my friend's jewelry line in particular. So he has necklaces. The best thing for him to do, and he's also in Manhattan, is they have an annual gift show. You should go to the gift show, and you should go up and down the aisles and hand out business cards and make connections with every single booth in that show. And at the end of the show, the weekend, he should have connections with somebody that's willing to sell his product for him. That's going to put it in their booth. That's going to put some samples out. That's going to have the pricing in line, and then they're going to push the product. And then the two of you are going to work together to deliver the product to the retailer. You'll give a commission to the salesperson. You'll have to handle the manufacturing. It works. So you've got to decide for yourself. Are you the creative? Are you the sales guy on the wholesale side? Or are you the retailer that's consuming what other people have created and are selling at wholesale? To try and do it all, especially in the beginning, is a little rough. Unless you're really liquid and you've got a lot of finances behind you, I would focus on one aspect of this. I would either be the creative, I would be the wholesale salesperson, or open up a store and be the retailer that sells other people's products. But again, on the retail side, you're going to need the money to start. You're going to have to pay for the place in which you're going to sell. This could be a web store, this could be a retail operation, but you're still going to have to buy the goods that whatever it is you're going to sell. So if you have no money and you just have an idea, focus on the creative. Get connected with someone that's a wholesale salesperson that's going to then take your product and sell it. Now you've got yourself an opportunity to grow your business. Eventually, if you keep reinvesting your profits so that you can develop your business, you may be able to go from being a creative with a wholesale salesperson to being the creative and the wholesaler and open up a retail store of your own and really maximize your profits because, again, $2 to manufacture, $4 at wholesale, $8 at retail. If you could figure out how to go from 2 to 8, you're golden. Now your profits are really big. Now you can create the staff that you want and do the things that you want. But this is the tactical breakdown of how retail works. So if you're talking about taking a creative and then manufacturing it and then getting it to the marketplace and you have no money or limited money, put your money into getting the right samples, getting your supply chain completely figured out. Go network your ass off to get the proper wholesale salesperson and let them do the work bringing your product to market. Do what you do best. If you're sales, stick to sales. If you're creative, stick to creative. If you can't handle the manufacturing, bring somebody else in that'll connect you with the manufacturing. Give them a small percentage of your company or a big percentage, whatever you want to do, and create the right partnerships. But the thing is, if you try to do it all, which means you're going to end up doing certain things that you may not be good at, you're going to sabotage your own business and ultimately you're going to fail. You got to focus on what you do best. Creatives do the creative, sales do the sales, manufacturing does the manufacturing, retail does the retail. It is what it is. So understand where you are, get real practical about it, and start with that one thing and do that one thing really well, and then you can build a business and then you can start doing all the other stuff. So this is my short, tactical, practical, how to bring a manufactured product to the marketplace. It is what I do best. I know all the different avenues of it. There's certain things that I do really well and the things that I don't, I have a million connections on. So if you're actually interested in bringing a product or service to the market, you can always reach out to me. Give me a message in the comments section and let me know what you got going on. And who knows, maybe I can find an investor. Maybe I can find a sales guy. Maybe I can come up with a marketing plan. Or I can just help you do all that yourself. Or you can just listen to this and do it yourself. I don't really care. I'm pretty damn busy. So I've talked long enough. Brian from Brian Wright 732. I'm out.